Big injury news after Week 7 of the All-Time Rosters franchise, and with that, we begin in Tampa Bay, where Hall of Fame quarterback Tom Brady, beaten and bruised against Chicago, is out for 5 games with a herniated disc. Doug Williams outplayed Jameis Winston of the preseason and is the new number 1. Tampa Bay was ravaged with injuries against the Bears. Mike Alstott, who just returned from injury, is out now for the year with a broken collarbone. The Bucs acquire Hayes in free agency, and Giles will also miss 2 games with a broken thumb on the hit of Dick Butkus. Rob Gronkowski's the starting tight end for the Bucs. Kellen Winslow dealt with injuries for a majority of his career in San Diego and is out again. 9 more missed games with a broken collarbone. Luckily for them, one of the greatest tight ends of all time is his backup and Hall of Famer Antonio Gates. Lardarius Webb is also out with a broken collarbone and won't return until the final game of the regular season. Luckily for them, Marlon Humphrey is back from injury for the Ravens. Patrick Surtain, 4th on the all-time interception list in Dolphin history, out for 6 games with a broken collarbone as well. The new Miami secondary, Xavier Howard, Sam Madison, Brent Grimes, Will Allen, and Brock Marion for the Dolphins. In the same game, Hall of Fame linebacker Randy Gradishar sustained an upper arm fracture on the tackle of Dan Marino, will miss 3 games. Linebacker Al Wilson and Bill Romanowski for the Denver Broncos. The Vikings' Anthony Carter becomes the 17th player in the league to sustain a broken collarbone injury. Luckily for Minnesota, they've got a Hall of Fame trio receiver, Randy Moss, Justin Jefferson, and Chris Carter, joined by Ahmad Rashad, Stephon Diggs, and tight end Kyle Rudolph. Doug Betters will take the place of injured Dolphin Bill Stanfield, who broke his ribs and is out 3 games. Roland Lawrence returns from injury for Atlanta as the number 2 behind Deion Sanders. The Houston tight ends are now Owen Daniels, Dalton Schultz, and Dole Dreesen. Defensive tackle Jim Katkovich back for the all-time New York Giants. Ball hawk Aqib Talib, the new number 3 at corner for the Bucs, behind Barber and Abraham. Robert Brazile missed only 1 game in action and is back for the Titans-Oilers when they take on the Colts. Here's a look at the complete list of injuries through Week 7 of the All-Time Rosters franchise. The headline injury was the departure of the Bucs' Tom Brady. Super Bowl MVP Doug Williams, who has the most game-winning drives as well in Bucs history, a chance to step in for the injured Brady after a bye this week. A reminder, full games coming up this week, the highlights for Week 8 this weekend, and much more coming up with the Dream Season Football League. This is the All-Time Rosters franchise with Charger Dude 95.